Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's June 20th, 24. Great to be with all of you today after a nice day off yesterday for Juneteenth celebration. Let's go ahead and get started with our daily bites. I'm out here in California. As you can see here, I'm on location in my family's house in Indio, California. So I'll be here for another several days. Just got here last night, and should be able to get the bites done on Monday. Also very early in the morning. It's about 5:45 right now. So let's talk a little bit about the markets here. Again, another day where markets hit new all-time highs on Tuesday, and was a pretty good, pretty strong day on the price action front. But the indicators and the internals haven't really been supporting this rally. So it's been kind of kicking and dragging people and kicking and screaming back into this market and keeping them long, right? This is what is classically called the climbing the wall of worry, right? So there's a lot of people out there who are worried that they've missed out, FOMO, right? Worried that they've missed out on this rally, and they see stocks like Nvidia and Apple and Supermicro and Dell starting to really pump up and go higher. They start feeling like they're getting left behind, and they start putting money in. That's usually a bad sign. It's usually right at the end of a rally. So we could be at that point very soon. Am I calling it today? Am I calling it tomorrow? Absolutely not. But we have signs there that there's been some institutional distribution that's showing itself in the internals and also in the volume reading. So we've got to be careful here, right? So there's going to be days coming up when the markets are going to get whacked. The markets are up very strong for the month of June. I want to say the S&P 500 is up close to 3% for the month, and that's at the midway point of June. So we have a full week next week of trading. We have today and tomorrow, and then we're done with trading in June. We have a weekend, and we're going to be starting with July trading on Monday, July 1st. But that's another weekend and a half ahead of where we're at right now. So we have the futures up a little bit this morning. It was up a lot earlier, but we're up about 13 handles in the S&P 500. The Nasdaq is only up about 25. It was up about 100 earlier. The Dow is down a little bit right here as well too. So and we're also seeing some more weakness in the Russell 2000, the IW. I'm going to show you another chart of that in just a couple moments here. Nvidia up strong again, up over 140 now. We see some good strength in Dell. I guess there's some news about with Tesla buying some chips or something like that, and that's going to be some good momentum for Dell. Also, Supermicro SMCI is also on the run today. We also seeing Accenture, which had good earnings out this morning, is up pretty strong as well too. This stock has been in the toilet for a while, but maybe just maybe this is going to be a turnaround for this name. We'll have to watch the action today as well too. So I'm looking at my board here. I see Palantir is up pretty strong. We also see Gilead is up a little bit. I have a little bit of that one. Let's see here. First Solar is down. Meta, again, I mentioned Meta is up a little bit. So we get a little bit of a mixed bag over here. So we have some data that came out this morning. Jobless claims up a little bit more as well too. Yesterday we had a little bit of data that came in, but nobody was really paying attention to. Tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow is a big day. Options expiration, triple witching on Friday. And what does that mean? It means options expire, index options expire, and options and futures also expire at any point during the day. So it'll be a heavy volume day at the end of the period on Friday. Let's see, as far as earnings concerned today, let me look here. Notes we have. This morning we had Kroger, Accenture, Jabil came out this morning. Tonight, Smith & Wesson, and then tomorrow morning we have CarMax and FactSet. So a couple of names that I might take a look at. CarMax got downgraded the other day, so that may not be one to work with. But we'll take a look at those later on today. If you're in the chat room, I will see you there a little bit later on as well. A couple of charts I wanted to show you here, though. Let's see here. All right. So I showed you a divergence of the SPY and the Russell 2000 the other day, and this is one I want to show you today, the Nasdaq and the Russell 2000. So we have the Nasdaq, which is in red, and the Russell 2000 is in black. So we can see they seem to correlate fairly well, right? So you can see going back at least to last year, earlier last year, last March, whatever, you can see a big divergence over here, but then they tend to move similarly. It's not a very strong correlation. It's not like the SPY and the IWM, but it's still pretty good, right? When the Russell 2000 is moving up, the Nasdaq is moving up, and sometimes they do get in a nice in sync here, right? But look at the divergence we have right here. Nasdaq and the IWM have really separated a lot, and that doesn't tend to last all that long, right? When we got a big separation over here back in March and April, Russell 2000 went up. The Nasdaq was basically moving flatline. The Russell corrected all the way down. So what often happens is the one that's outperforming is going to correct first. I mean, it doesn't happen every single time, but we often see that. So that's why I'm telling you just to be a little bit more cautious with the Nasdaq here. This is the Qs. And simply put, all you need to do, right, is just play things one day at a time, day to day. Just go day to day on things, right? And if you're flush with cash right now, that's great. I've been preaching that a lot, especially in the chat room. If you're flush with cash right now and you see some opportunities to trade these vehicles like the NDX, Leanne is a great example. She's in our chat room, and she comes out and takes these little quick hits on the Nasdaq, on the SPX, on these contracts, and they're expensive, but she knows her limits and she knows where she's going to place her money. We have other people in the room doing the same thing, and she knows where to take risk off the table when she's got to win, and other people as well too. So keep an eye on that, on what's going on from one day to the next. You don't necessarily have to have money floating around, short-term money, especially when we're so overbought on a price basis. Now on the oscillators, we're still negative right now. So that is another divergence that eventually is going to work itself out. Now, corrections and pullbacks happen when you least expect it, right? So it's hard to position yourself for a large drop in order to neutralize the effect on your portfolio when the markets are going down, right? If you're long stuff, you're going to get hit. So again, my suggestion to you is have a little bit of protection, have some puts on. I have some puts on today. I have some put spreads on, and they're going to go down if the market's up today, and I'm okay with that. All right, it allows me the freedom to go out and buy other stuff, long stuff if I want to, right? Should help you do the same thing. All right. So I think it's going to be it. I'm going to cut it here. We're about 5 minutes before 6 in the morning. We have about a half hour before the market opens up. Have a great trading day. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys all Monday morning. Looking forward to spending a little bit of time with you. And thank you again for spending some time with me. Please retweet this out if you have a chance. If you're watching it on LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube, like it for me. Again, the YouTube channel is great because we have the chart of the week comes out. And of course, the chart of the week this week with Microsoft, it's a big one, and had some really good gains here the last couple of days. So take a look at that. All right, have a great weekend, and a little bit of more of a Hotel California coming up. Have a great day. Have a great day trading. Keep some protection on, and I'll see you on Monday.